Listen to that, whistled Freddie proudly. But the children kept laughing with Cuffy. The children aren't taking any notice at all, puffed Peter Sam. They'll never do for a bicycle bell. Freddie felt even sillier. And again, he chuffed quickly away. Freddie had puffed all over the hills. It was getting late. I will have to go back to the wharf, he steamed sadly, and tell them all I can't find a bell. And he huffed slowly away. Freddie arrived at the wharf. He could see Peter Sam, Mighty Mac, and James. They were waiting for him. I must find a bicycle bell somewhere before they see me, he puffed, and he chuffed quickly away from them. Freddie looked everywhere, and then he saw it. A shiny new school bell. Hooray, he whistled. A big school bell is far better than a little bicycle bell. With a bell that big, everyone will know Mr. Percival is there. The workman put the bell on the bike, but it was very heavy. The bicycle toppled off the flatbed and crashed to the ground. All the bells jingled and jangled. Peter Sam, Mighty Mac, and James heard the clatter and rushed over. The yard manager was very cross, and everyone looked at Freddie. Mr. Percival is waiting for his new bicycle, the yard manager said sternly. I'll have the bells taken off. Then you must deliver it to him. Freddie felt sillier than he had ever felt. Later, Freddie was puffing glumly out of the wharf. He met Thomas chuffing in. What's the matter, Freddie? Tooted Thomas. Freddie told Thomas everything that had happened. And it's all because I felt silly. Didn't ask James where to find a bicycle bell. Don't worry, Thomas whistled. I'm sure you'll find one soon. Suddenly, Freddie saw a bright new foghorn on Thomas's flatbed. Where are you taking that bright new foghorn? Freddie asked. It's not new. It's old, tooted Thomas. But it still works very well. It has been cleaned and painted. Now I know just what to do, Freddie cried excitedly. And he puffed quickly out of the wharf. Mr. Percival looked at his new bicycle. There's no bell, he gasped. Yes, there is, sir, Freddie whistled. He asked the yard manager to take the old bell from the old bicycle. And the yard manager polished it once, then he polished it again and put it on the new bicycle. It was as good as new. Mr. Percival was very happy. What a good idea, Freddie, he smiled. And James had to agree. Freddie didn't feel silly anymore. He felt very proud. Ding-a-ling, rang Mr. Percival's bell, and Freddie toot-tooted back. All the engines on Sir Topham Hatt's railway looked different. Can you tell who this is? This engine has 2 big pairs of wheels, 5 small pairs of wheels, and a tall, thin funnel. What else can we see on this engine? It's the number 2. Can you remember which of Sir Topham Hatt's engines is number 2? Here's another clue. This engine is a beautiful bright blue color. Only one engine on Sodor has all those wheels, is blue, and wears the number 2. Do you know who it is? That's right. It's Edward. Hello, Edward. Today, Thomas, James, and Henry are being repainted, but there's a problem. The labels have come off the cans of paint. No one knows which color paint is in which can. Is the paint in the first can the right color for Thomas? Let's see. It's red. Is that the right color for Thomas? No, Thomas isn't red. What about the second can? Blue. That looks better. Thomas is blue. Who's next? James. James is red. Can you remember which can the red paint was in? Was it this can? No, that's not right. The third can is full of green paint. What about trying the first can again? Red. That's right. The first can is full of red paint. There's one more engine to be repainted. Henry. Henry is green. Can you remember which can the green paint was in? Was it this can? Yes. The green paint is in the third can. Now, Henry, James, and Thomas are all the right color. And how smart they look, too. Well done. The island of Sodor is a wonderful place. There are lots and lots of engines. Who's that puffing along the track? It's James. James is a bright red engine. He has the number 5 painted on his tender. A bright brass dome and 6 strong driving wheels that clickety-clack along the tracks of Sodor. James is the only red engine, and he is very proud of his red coat. One day, James had a bright new coat of red paint. He wanted all the other engines to tell him how wonderful he looked. The next morning, Sir Topham Hatt told James to help Percy at the coaling plant. But James went to gaze at his reflection in the canal. At last, James arrived. The yard manager told him to take an extra long line of freight cars to Brendam Docks. James was very happy. There were a lot of people at the docks to tell him how splendid he looked. But the freight cars were very troublesome. They wriggled and giggled. They biffed and they bashed and covered James in coal dust. When James arrived at Brendam, his bright red coat was very dirty. Luckily, James is never too proud to see the funny side. But his pride can get him into a lot of trouble. There was to be a new holiday poster for the island of Sodor. Sir Topham Hatt chose Edward to be the poster engine. James was upset. He and Edward were almost the same. James decided to do everything he could to be the poster engine. He tried to get into the poster photograph, but Sir Topham Hatt sent him away. Thomas and Percy told James that Edward was chosen because he was gentle. And Edward didn't mind doing dirty jobs. So James was gentle at the coaling yard. But that made him late. James took the express track to race Edward. He was just in front when a signal turned red. James screeched to a halt. But Edward couldn't stop in time. Edward ran into James, and James shot straight through the poster. Now James was the poster engine. James knows when he has gone too far. And then he helps his friends. That's because James is a really useful red engine, and he shines most of all when he is with his friends. Gordon, James, and Thomas are all at the repair yard. Each engine has a different problem. Can you guess what will make them feel better? There's some coal, some water, and some oil. Gordon is making a funny noise. His wheels are squeaking. Do you think some coal will make him feel better? No. Coal won't stop Gordon's wheels squeaking. It will make them dirty. What about water? Will that stop Gordon's wheels squeaking? No. Water won't stop Gordon's wheels squeaking. It will make them rusty. What about some oil? Yes. Oil has made Gordon's wheels stop squeaking. He feels much better. Now look at James. His face is as red as his body. James is very hot. Do you think some coal might make him feel better? No. Coal won't make James feel better. It will make him feel even hotter. What about some water? Yes, water has stopped James overheating. He feels much better. Now look at Thomas. Thomas is puffing very slowly. His boiler isn't hot enough to make steam. Do you think some coal will help Thomas feel better? Yes, coal has heated up Thomas's boiler. Now he can make steam. He feels much better. Now, Gordon, James, and Thomas are all feeling much better. Well done, everyone. Cool Truckings. It was winter time, and a thick blanket of snow covered the island of Sodor. Madge, the snub-nosed truck, was making her deliveries. The icy roads were very slippy and very slidey. But Madge didn't slip and slide. She was safe and sure. One day, Thomas arrived at the transfer yards. He had to collect a large delivery of coal. Madge was there, and so was Mr. Percival. He was worried. "A snowslide has blocked Duncan's tracks," he said, "and I need him to shunt the coal cars from the other side of the yard." "I'll get him," said Madge happily. Madge liked to be helpful. "Duncan is very heavy," said Mr. Percival. "Don't worry, sir," said Madge. "I'll bring him here in no time." And she raced away. Duncan was winched onto Madge's trailer. Duncan was very heavy, but Madge was sure she could pull him. She roared and revved, and slowly she pulled away. Madge drove carefully along the country roads. She was being safe and sure. Soon Duncan started to tease her. "You always go so slowly," Duncan laughed. "We'll be lucky to get to the transfer yards by supper time." "I always do my job safely and on time," said Madge. "But it'll be a slow and dull journey," puffed Duncan. "Not fast and exciting, the way we engines like it." Madge sighed. She didn't want to be teased anymore. She turned up a narrow mountain road. Where are we going? Duncan chuffed. I'll show you how much fun we have on the roads, laughed Madge. Wait and see. Madge was still going slowly. You call this fun? Puffed Duncan. Maybe not, said Madge. But what about this? And Madge skidded her wheels. Her wheels made the snow spray up onto the side of the road. Well, hey, that was good, cheered Duncan. Do it again. So Madge skidded her wheels and sprayed snow all along the road. Duncan cheered as Madge sprayed the trees, and then the bushes. She even sprayed a policeman.